number of years. And I might not know the technical terms that all of you use, but I know the solutions that I want. I don't have enough STEM teachers, for example. But if I've got a really good STEM teacher in Brendi, for example, it's in Wewak. Brendi is one of the top 10 schools in Papua New Guinea in terms of its results. I want to be able to get the quality of teaching that's there up to, say, May River. In a country like ours, you shouldn't just be thinking about money and profit and those sorts of things. You've got to be thinking about efficiency and long-term gain. I have maybe 900 schools in my province. Now, just high schools alone, I've got close to 60 high schools in my province. I know some provinces only have 15 high schools. I've got 60 of them. How do I make all these things work? My budget in my province, this year alone, I just saw the budget the other night. We are going to spend 177 million of our budget just paying teachers. 177 million. Over 60% of the East Sepik provincial budget is spent on education alone. You've got to remember, the national government spends about 15% of the annual budget on education. My province spends 60% on education. Now, across the country, the results in terms of assessments of our children are falling. Our kids are getting dumber, and the results say so. In the 2023 grade 12 examination results across the country, more than 50% of our kids failed. Is the game changer. We started working with healthcare and trying to connect our very large province. Now, we don't have a lot of healthcare workers. The whole country is short of healthcare workers. So we've got to figure out how to get specialized medical care. Like, for example, if somebody turns up at the Ambunti level 4 hospital and we have a doctor there, and if that doctor cannot help, we've got about 45 doctors in Wewak. We've got to figure out, and Wewak, if you travel by river and then road from Ambunti to get to Wewak, it'll take you 6 hours. And you're still in the same province. It'll take you 6 hours. In 6 hours, someone could already die if you're not able to. And we, of course, have a river plane which shortens the travel time. However, if we can get a specialist doctor in Wewak talking to the doctor in Ambunti via satellite link, then perhaps we can save that life or stabilize that life while the plane is going to pick up that person. So for us, it's not just some fancy, gadget that we would like to have. It will actually be life-changing if we can do these things properly. And so I went out in 2019 and bought 37 satellite dishes from Pacific. We installed them, they work for about 6 months. Some are still working, some are not working. We're trying to get them working again. It's really difficult. So in terms of our thinking, we were thinking ahead of the technology. COVID-19 was about how to make things in my province more efficient. My province is the second largest in Papua New Guinea. We're second only to Western Province in terms of our size. Now, if you add Greater Sepik, we become much, much bigger, but still smaller than Western Province. Now, for example, my district of Angora is bigger than Israel as a country. So that gives you some perspective of what I have to deal with as a governor. We are about 1/4 of the country up there, 1/4. And then the other quarter is in Western Province. Together we are half of the country, if you add Western Province and the two Sepik provinces together. Now, in a large space like that, it's difficult to manage. Like if I got in a plane from Wewak and I flew to Frida, which is still in my province, it'll take 45 minutes. You can fly from here to Leh in 35 minutes. So that gives you some idea of the scale. But in any case,